in fantasy. His number too high, then I'm probably fading him. He been on the road, he gon' eat up my salary. I hit up by, he gon' lie before lock. Play back to back, then I probably won't pick on the DFS bachelor good as it gets. Build a few liners and hit me a leg. He had a good game, but it might be a trick. Log in the Slack so I know who to pick. Sharing our liners, we all gon' get rich. New to this game, you should come to the pad. You might want some cash and get a good laugh. DFS sports, we gon' run up a bag. He heard every game and it's making me mad. You buying your lineups, I think you a cheater. DFS bachelor, he the new leader. Yeah.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bachelor Pad. I, of course, am your host of DFS Bachelor, and this beautiful gentleman next to me is my boy Dion Boykin, and you can follow him on Twitter at DionBoykin1. We're going to go over Wednesday, July 29th, 3-game WNBA slate on both Fanduel and Draftkings. First things first, big, hefty cheers to you all. Cheers. Thank you all so much. Yesterday's WNBA video was the most watched WNBA video we've ever had at the Bachelor Pad. It was number one in the entire industry. Thank you all so much. It's truly humbling. Thank you. Really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's very gratifying, very satisfying. Title of my sex tape. Well, title of my sex tape, probably not my partner's. She'd probably say the opposite. I don't know. You know, it's been a dry spell. We talked about the funky women here in town in yesterday's video. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the team. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. That helps so much. Hit that like button. You have no idea how much that helps. Thank you all so much for doing that, by the way. Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment in the comment section. You qualify for our weekly $25 PayPal giveaway. We'll announce that winner on Monday. Also, don't forget to check out Overlay DFS. That's a ton of fun for baseball, basketball, etc. Prize Picks, enter promo code NDO. Go there, check that out. Enter Dion's promo code. You get all sorts of cool shit over there. It's a lot of fun there. Also, if you want my player pool for MLB, NFL, NHL, and NBA, which is in 2 days. I'm going to have my NBA video done tomorrow, breaking down the first slate. Click that link in the video description below. You can try Draft Dashboard for 30 days for $1. The MLB player pools have been badass. Player pool tonight, I went through to make sure every player in the first place lineup was in that player pool, and they sure as shit were. Baseball's been going really well, the research information there, so check all of that out as well. My brother, I'm done rambling. I'm thinking about the Dallas Wings. I'm going to do something I've never done in a video before since I'm outside now in my new studio. I'm going to smoke because I got to think about the Dallas Wings. I'm going to smoke in this video because they stress me the fuck out, my friend. So, how you doing tonight? How's your night go?
First of all, fuck the entire Sparks roster. Like, they just I mean, I'm happy about it because, you know, the Sky whooped their ass, so I can't complain about that. But as far as the fantasy standpoint, like, what the fuck? Y'all didn't put up a fight.
Yeah.
So,
I came real close. I sent you over. I came real close. If that last game wasn't a blowout, I had a chance to take down DraftKings. I had, a 256 or something on FanDuel and 233, I want to say, on DraftKings. It was close. Close enough that I'm not overly pissed, but I really hate seeing the Dallas Wings. And they're playing New York. It's just like, that's like a combo of the two teams who are the most unpredictable right now. The most difficult to predict are those two teams, I would say. So I'm nervous.
Myself by going Cheyenne Parker. It's just that the fact that they didn't have any backup forwards and you knew that they were going to have to play minutes no matter, like, you saw how much garbage time Azure Stevens got. They literally had one backup forward / center, and that was Ruthie. Other than that, they didn't have anybody.
Yeah. I jammed, as soon as I saw that, I put Azure Stevens in everything. So I was grateful for that, but I did have too much Karima Christmas Kelly. Look, that's an injury. That's not anyone's fault. She got hurt. She would have, she was actually started out all right, had come in, scored a bucket or a rebound or whatever, free throw and a rebound, and then boom, she was out. Not much you can do about an injury, man. You can't predict injuries unless you're playing Kevin Love. Then you can pretty much predict he's going to get hurt. Or if you're playing Anthony Davis, you can predict he's going to the locker room. You know, you can predict those sorts of things. But that shit, it is. It's just tough to predict those injuries. But overall, I think it was a great night. Window liquor of the night was Nneka, of course. What a fucking letdown she was. Leilani Mitchell would be the runner up there. Cheyenne Parker, I put her in a couple. I usually don't like to play Cheyenne Parker, especially not at 6K. I don't give a shit what's happening there. I'll play her at 4-5 off the bench before I play her as 5-9 as a starter, you know.
Whew, that was rough, bro.
But that's that. But we got a new slate tomorrow, 3 games. Let's
And
jump.
we got some nice payouts, yo. We got some nice payouts.
The contest tomorrow. That's because the interest in the WNBA DFS. People don't like baseball. Look, some people do, but MLB DFS fucking sucks. Look, you're gonna lose, you're gonna win. There's no guarantees on anything, and it's kind of the same. I guess that's the deal with every DFS sport. But and the scores have been high. These last 2 WNBA slates, near 300 to win, is freaking crazy. It's crazy how many fantasy points are being scored. I think as you start to see now the prices go up for some of these players, that's going to change. If you would have told me I was going to score 256 on Fanduel before it started, I would have started spending the money. You know what I mean? I would have. So that's just that. So 3 games. Is there anything else we need to cover before we jump into all the players?
No, I think we got everything.
We got everything. All right, let's start. We'll start on Fanduel. We'll go with guard, start at top. As usual, Dion will cover most of the Fanduel. I'll chime in with my inappropriate nonsense once in a while. And then we'll go over to DraftKings. So, what do you like at guard up top, if anything?
Starting with Eureka, I think I like her last year versus this team, 24, 34, and 36. I mean, that's a pretty decent price.
Oh, looks like Dion froze for a second. So I will jump in here. Skylar Diggins-Smith at 6'3". There was a problem with the network, it says. Oh, I think that's my fault. Oh, he's back. Are you back? He's back.
Oh, we good?
Yeah, I lost you for a second.
Like,
I think that was my fault. I think my internet stopped for a second. But it's all good.
Okay.
So I took over for just a second. I just had started talking about Skylar Diggins-Smith. So it's all good. We'll continue.
Yeah. That price is crazy, 6'3". Now, we know that looking at that fantasy score beside her name, I mean, you kind of got to ignore that they got blew out the water against LA. Right. So I think this one is going to be the other way around. I think they really just trashed this Indiana team. Like, that should not be a close game, but I still think she could hit value at 6'3".
Yeah.
But also, it's interesting to note that as good as her price is, she struggled versus this team. She got 60-point upside, but a lot of her box scores versus this team is like 25 fantasy points, 24 fantasy points. So I don't know. I have to wait and see on that one. But I love the price.
No Erica Wheeler again for Indiana, so that helps her matchup. She doesn't have to work so hard on the defensive end, and Erica Wheeler is their best backcourt player. So her being gone, I think, helps. And I want to point out, like, Alicia Gray, she's probably not going to start. We don't know what the hell Brian – that's the reason I'm smoking during this video is because Brian Agler is coaching a game. And the Dallas Wings, like – so she had a great game 1 off the bench, played a shit ton of minutes. We just don't know if that's going to be the case again. Me, personally, I don't think I'm going to play a Dallas Wings player the entire season. Maybe a Rico once in a while, but I don't know. I'll just pass. I don't want to deal with it. I don't need the gray hair. I'm pushing 40, you know. There's only so many.
Right, like I would say honestly, going Carter and maybe Skylar Diggins would probably be better than taking one of the Dallas guards. Honestly.
Yeah. Kennedy Carter. So Kennedy Carter, let's talk about her. She was super cheap game 1. Atlanta has no depth anywhere. Courtney Williams is still going to be out. Who else? I'm forgetting. Glory Johnson.
We were talking about it on the pod, man. Like when Blake Dietrich is playing 29 minutes, you got to love Carter. You got to love her. And she only went up 1,300, which I still don't really think does her any justice. Man, as we saw in the last game, she popped off. And I told y'all it was coming. Mm-hmm. So I think he really go right back to the well there. She got to play a ton of minutes.
Right.
She's going to have to. Even if they get blown out or anything, she's still the rookie. She's still getting adjusted to the league. So she's still going to be on the floor. 18 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists.
Yeah.
You got to love a stat line like that. She had a block and a steal as well with only 2 turnovers. Mm-hmm. again, got to be encouraged by that stat line.
Yep.
Going right up under there, we talked about it. The rookie Sabrina out in New York, no Kia Nurse that has to play well in her favor now. Seattle was just a tough team,
Yeah.
and they knew exactly how they wanted
Seattle's
to
the
play
best
her.
team.
They
Seattle's
knew,
going to win the title again,
yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. It's not even close.
Yeah.
But they knew exactly how they wanted to play her. They knew they didn't want her like. You saw Sue Bird like talking this up, and then they were hyping that matchup up. Like they knew exactly how they wanted to play her, and they shut her the fuck down in that game. Dallas, I don't think is gonna come at her like that. It's probably gonna end up being a one-on-one matchup, and like I said, we just saw Carter light them the fuck up, and if Sabrina gets high, it's a
700
wrap.
cheaper on this slate. A better matchup against Dallas. I like Sabrina
Yeah.
quite a bit. I think I'm right there with you.
A lot. Diana Taurasi, again, another player. She owns this Indiana team.
5,700 for
Twice.
Diana Taurasi. I think that's a lock. Even if they blow them out, that
That's
means
what
they scored a
that's
lot of
what I'm
points.
saying. Like with the way with what I was looking at with Skylar Diggins, if she's gonna struggle just a tad bit, and like I said, it's not to say that she's not a great player. And like Bat said, Erica Willard made a big difference. But if she struggles just a little bit, 5,700 for Diana Taurasi. I know people were worried about the minutes last game. Again, they got blew out of the water.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even close. So it was no
Griner
point
got
in
in
even running your.
Yeah, Griner got in early foul trouble. LA just ran away with that game.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see a lot more of these three in this next game, especially versus Indiana. Nobody should be in foul trouble, and they should all be on the court at the same time.
Right.
Remember what we said last time. Griner didn't even get a chance to play with them to figure out if they gel to work well together at all.
Right.
Because the floor spacing should have been way greater than what it was. Did you see the way that they set up a screen for Diana Taurasi on the other side of the fucking court to knock down a wide open three?
Right.
Like that's the type of spacing that they should have with all three of them on the floor because Griner's the biggest person on the floor. So you gotta account for her.
Right.
So this should play a whole lot. And like I said, even if they do fuck around and blow them out, like I said, she played 23 minutes versus them twice last season, put up a 31 in one of those games and a 21 in the other game. The last game was actually kind of closer. She played 31 minutes and put up 38. She owns this team. If you look at her career versus this team, she always get them buckets.
Yeah.
So I definitely love that price for her.
Right. And then
And
over 5K, there's only one other play, right? I mean, you're not.
Yeah.
And it's Betnijah Laney, like.
Yep, because she played a fuck ton of minutes. And Lesher
She's gonna have
Clarendon,
to.
I still like Clarendon as well, bro. Like I can't ignore what she did.
I can't pay that for Lacia Clarendon.
It's a lot, but here's the thing: we know, but that's the thing. When we normally was playing for her, she wasn't a starter. Like she wasn't a starter. So like now to get her starting and with the injury to Kia Nurse, they're gonna need her presence on the floor. You have the two backup rookies that we were talking about, and they forwards.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's gonna have to have the ball in her hands a lot more because that takes away from the uses that Kia Nurse was gonna have the ball.
Sure.
So I still can do that in tournaments, but yeah, like you said,
Tiffany Mitchell at 5'1", I think.
Yeah, now that's what I was about to say. I would definitely take Tiffany Mitchell over Kelsey Mitchell this game.
Yeah, and Kayla McBride, of course, is sitting there in all her fucking glory. I just don't know. I keep hearing that she was hurt in that game. I didn't get a chance to watch that game, so I don't know. Was she hurt playing in spurts?
I watched a little bit of it. I don't know what I was doing during that game.
I will tell you this. Kayla McBride has the potential to play well.
She does also, in a great spot.
And she's going to be very low owned. Now, if I'm making one lineup, do I trust her? No. But if I'm making 10 lineups, I'm going to have her in one because she's going to be the lowest owned option. I mean, obviously, Joyner Holmes will be probably lower owned. I don't know why the hell she's 5'2". But Kayla McBride's going to be super low owned. We know she's got 40-point upside when she puts it all together. Follow us on Twitter at DionBoykin1 at DFS Bachelor News, updates, etc. I'm going to try to dig into the Kayla McBride thing. Not the title of our sex tape. Let me just say that right there.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. She has to be hurt. Kayla McBride has had some bad games last year, 13, 17, 11, 14, but nothing like this single digit shit.
I can't.
And when
Yeah.
she did, I think that was versus Indiana. She got hurt. She only played 11 minutes. So like everything else is double digit fantasy points. Even if it's like 10, 11, like shit like that, I get. Like, that's a bad game for Kayla McBride. That 5 point, like, yeah, like you said, something has to be fucking wrong with her. Because 5 fantasy points, yo, like, I get it. The WNBA is volatile. But, man, come on, bro. Like, no. Don't piss on me a color rain.
She only played
Like,
16
something's
minutes.
wrong.
It was a competitive game. Yeah, so it's hard to trust her. Again, GPP option. I wouldn't have a ton of her, but I promise you she will be low owned. She could be a slate breaker. There's potential slate breaker there just because of that. If I go over to DraftKings, the most expensive guards, Arika at 11.4. I'll pass. Then next is Kennedy Carter at 10K. She went all the way up to the second most expensive guard. I'm not sure.
What was her price? Something really stupid.
Oh, 6K or 5K. She was down there with Angel McCautry, and we'll get to that in a moment. Sabrina's down as here at 8-1. She was 7-5 the first game. I like Sabrina at 8-1. You got Clarendon at 8-2 and Sabrina at 8-1. I'll take Sabrina. Honestly, I will. Skylar Diggins Smith at 8-5 maybe. But then you've got Diana Taurasi. I'll just go to 7K here. You've got Diana Taurasi at 7-4. I'm playing her at 7-4. For me, right now, that's my two favorite guards right now are Sabrina and Taurasi. Tiffany Mitchell at 7K. And Tiffany Mitchell's right on the cutoff line. I'll have some exposure to that too.
Carter was 6K last time.
6K, and now she's up to 10K. That's a huge jump. We saw her get 40.
Yeah,
so she's got 10K.
I'd play her more on Fanduel.
The thing with Atlanta is I like playing the Atlanta. Like, Vegas is probably going to blow them out tomorrow. It won't shock me at all if they do. If you remember, I talked about Atlanta being a sneaky competitive team, our very first WNBA video. Gutsy team. I like what they're doing in Atlanta with missing all these players, being short on depth, coming out showing some guts. I just don't like the price for her. Betnisha Laney, we'll get to her. She's down there in the value section, and I like her on DraftKings, but we'll get to that. But Taurasi at 7-4, Mitchell at 7K, and Sabrina at 8-1 stand out to me right now on DraftKings in terms of the higher priced guards. Let's go to the value guards over on FanDuel, 5K and below. What do you like?
Okay.
Not a lot.
I'm gonna touch on.
There's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot. I'm gonna touch on more what you were talking about Atlanta when we get to the forwards. But I think I like Jackie Young. Like I said, I think I like Jackie Young, especially if something is wrong with McBride. Jackie Young didn't do a damn thing the last game, but she still played 28 minutes.
That's right.
I was telling Bash versus this Atlanta team, she had some really good games versus them last year. I wrote it down somewhere. Yeah, versus them, she 23, 35, 34. Like, I like that at 4-7, especially, like I said, if something is wrong with Kayla McBride and she do get all the minutes that she's going to get, then I like that. I like that for her.
Right.
Under that, I don't know if I'm
Shakina
going
Strickland for Atlanta at 4-1. I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsey Allen got the start. She wasn't terrible. Again, it was her first start. She put up 4,100. Could see the assists racking up for her if they give her the minutes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Tyasha Harris is. Tyasha Harris apparently scored some points for Dallas.
Again, I said that. I told y'all, don't sleep on her. Do not sleep on her.
I'm just not. I won't play. I won't be playing a Dallas player tomorrow. There won't be one lineup where I have a Dallas player in it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not fucking doing it.
I like Ty at 4-3 though.
Okay.
Other than that,
Victoria Vivians did get minutes. She didn't start, but she played good minutes. Remember, it's her first game back in WNBA. She played a little bit overseas after being out all year last year. So if she gets hot, she could break a slate. Blake Dietrich played 27 minutes, right?
Yep.
4K. I could maybe consider that.
And some Walker Kimbrough, 3-5.
Yeah, Walker Kimbrough at 3-5.
Especially if that game gets out of hand. She played 17 minutes in the first game.
Yeah, her and Bria Hartley off the bench. And it's not out of the question for them to blow out Indiana. Remember Indiana was 13-point favorites over Washington, which was just fucking laughable. I wish I could have found a site that would take a bet. It was weird. You couldn't find it, because I would have taken my savings, put it on Washington to cover that spread, and put them on the money line to win, and that would have been easy fucking money. Because Indiana is not good. I know Washington, they're just not, and they got to the bubble late. They've had a little bit more time to get together.
Bro, listen to this. Do you know what that coach said? She said that the reason she didn't play Tierra McCowan was because the fucking matchup did not suit her. How? Well, when the best player for the other team is in foul trouble, I ain't trying to hear that shit. That's some bull.
Well, and Tierra McCowan, we're gonna get to her at forward because I do think tomorrow's interesting for her because of the Brittany Griner matchup. Anything else at value guard? That's it, right? Let me go to DraftKings and go over the value guards. Love Betnijah Lane at 6'5". I think that's a good play at 6'5". We didn't talk about her on FanDuel. Jocelyn Willoughby. We don't know. She's listed as a guard on DraftKings, and I think she could get the start. It's between her and the forward, Liana Odom. I will say that because Kia Nurse is going to be out. Willoughby played, how many minutes did she play? 23, and Odom, it was 20-something and 20-something. They both played good minutes. Here's the thing. Jocelyn Willoughby was drafted 10th overall by Phoenix and then traded to New York. Liana Odom was drafted in the second round. Willoughby's a young player that they like. She's at 6K on DraftKings. She's a forward on FanDuel, so we'll have to talk about her as a forward on FanDuel. She's a guard here on DraftKings. That's what she is. She's a 6-foot guard. Or Willoughby's 6'2", Willoughby's 6 foot and Odom is 6'2" or something like that.
Yeah.
So both of those. Jackie Young at 5'8", I can get down with that on DraftKings. Lindsey Allen, if she gets a start again as well at 4'9", I don't hate that. Blake Dietrich at 4'1", if they're going to give her 27 minutes. Again, Atlanta very thin. No Courtney Williams tomorrow. 4,100. If Blake Dietrich goes out, she got an 18.5 the last time. That's more than enough to hit value on DraftKings. You only need 4x over here on DraftKings. I do expect tomorrow to be a little bit lower scoring than the last couple of slates. It seems like the pricing's been sorted out. Mariah Jefferson did get the start, put up 15. She's at 5'4". I think right now Dietrich at 4'1" is standing out. Jackie Young, and we got to keep an eye on the starting lineup. But Jocelyn Willoughby could be interesting at 6K. Top 10 pick out of Duke. I don't hate that either. Let's go FanDuel. Forwards, up top. What do you like?
Yo. Well, first, let me see something. Because now that you brought up McCowan, she's 6K.
McCowan. I'm just thinking with Tierra McCowan. Okay, so they're saying Washington was a smaller team last game without Tiana Hawkins, etc. So it was Hines Allen and Ariel Powers and Meesman, who are all relatively smaller players, kind of perimeter type front court players. They're getting Brittany Griner tomorrow. Brittany Griner is not a perimeter player. She's the biggest. Her and Tierra McCowan are the two biggest players in the entire WNBA, if memory serves me right. So it would not shock me, even if they don't start McCowan, even if he wants to be a fucking dumbass and start Natalia Conway again, and congratulations, go get beat by 50 points again. But the best matchup for them defending Brittany Griner is Tierra McCowan. It's not even close. Tierra McCowan's what's McCowan, 6'9" or 6'8", and Griner's 6'7", right? Something like that. So to me, it just makes sense that you could very easily see a lot more Tierra McCowan tomorrow.
Yeah, because see, last year McCowan. Well, not McCowan. Chandler played 12, 16, and 14 minutes in the 3 games that she did play versus them. And she don't do well versus them at all anyway.
Right. So Tierra McCowan at 6K, I think, and she's going to be super low owned again. This is another tournament play that has some upside tomorrow. She burned everybody, including yours truly, including Dion. She burned us all. There's no fucking doubt. Well, she didn't burn us. The dipshit comes for Indiana.
And she has, 6K, and she has a 4.80 beside her name. Trust me.
Low owned.
Nobody for that shit.
She's got to play more minutes tomorrow. Love the price for Asia Wilson.
They go click Billings before they click her.
I still love Asia Wilson. Who does Atlanta have that's going to, Monique Billings? I like Asia Wilson a ton at 7'8".
I like that. I think I like that matchup for Billings and Wilson tomorrow because we do know that Billings is a high motor player. Like she's one of those Hamby type players. She
Right.
just runs the whole fucking games and never gets tired.
Montrezl Harrell.
But
She's Montrezl Harrell.
yeah, basically. But nah, like you said, Asia Wilson should have her way.
Griner at
And on
7'5".
the other side, I don't think you see Billings put up the numbers that she did
No.
versus Dallas. Like I told y'all, we're not scared of those Dallas forwards at all. Like as you can see.
No.
So yeah, I don't think she go off like that against Asia Wilson because that's exactly who's going to be on her.
Yeah.
Brittany Griner, she should have a day. She should definitely have a day. When I get a chance, I'll look up the numbers for her and see. But I'm pretty sure they are really, really fucking good.
Yeah.
And
then let's get to the revenge narrative. Angel McCoughtry. I mean, come on.
Angel McCoughtry, bro, 6'8".
Against her former team, spent a ton of years with Atlanta. First year in Vegas. It was her first game back after taking last year off. We told you all she was way too cheap, and she was. Put up nearly a 40. She's going to play a ton of minutes. She's gonna pass. She's gonna shoot. She's gonna rebound. Love Angel McCoughtry. Love the price at 6'8".
And here's the thing: Angel McCoughtry can run point guard too.
Exactly.
Like,
and that could be part of the Kayla McBride thing where they're not that worried about it. They're like, well, we have a more talented player,
Yeah.
Here, so.
And see, yeah, Brittany Griner got 50.
What are you gonna do? Billings at 6'6" against Vegas's front court, or McCoughtry at 6'8" against Atlanta's front court? I think that's an easy decision. I hope
because she's gonna be matched up with Batnesia Laney.
Exactly, and here, that's what I'm saying. And like, people are gonna see this 54 around Monique Billings, and hey, it was a hell of a game. And Monique Billings is an excellent player. I'm not saying she's not, but I'll take McCoughtry over Billings. Me personally, 200 more. I think that's easy.
Now, just like we were talking about before the pod, if you look at Atlanta's backup forwards, they barely played. So Bill and Williams are going to play. So they are in minutes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Sure. But I'm just saying, if you thinking that you're going to get another 50, like, your expectations are really high on that.
Yeah.
Now, Liz has a chance to get 50, especially versus the Carolyn Swords matchup. Right. I love that call right there.
I like Liz. I'll play Liz Williams over Monique Billings as well.
That would be, I think she's going to have a really great game.
Love the matchup.
She's gets team fits when they had Camp Beige. So, yeah, I really like her tomorrow. Hamby, I told y'all, Source is not she's not that end of the game closer. Hamby is the one. 5'9". She went up 400 from what she was the last.
Yeah, she was 5'5". Yep.
It's kind of pushing it, but
it's pushing it off the bench for sure.
Good if it's a good game. If it's a good game and a close game, you can definitely go there in tournaments. I don't think you do anything else with that.
I'll pass on Hamby. I'll pass on Dupree. Astu Indoor, fuck off Dallas.
No.
I guess here at 5'1", so we got three players here at the 5K range. We got Sabali, Kia Stokes, Brianna Turner. I feel really uncomfortable playing Kia Stokes at 5K. I just got to say that. For me, like I love her at 3'8" and 3'4" and 3'6", like we always play her. 5K, that is really fucking pushing it. Remember, that was a high-scoring game, too. 86-77. Good night, baby boo. Love her. Just love her. My favorite of those three, Sabali got some minutes for Dallas. I just don't trust Dallas. I like Brianna Turner against Indiana at 5K. I really like that price.
Yeah. But my thing, like I said, with Sabali is she was a high draft pick. Like, don't draft somebody that high and not play them. And it isn't like they. Yeah, that is true, but it isn't. She's like the Rika from last year. Like, you have to play her. Is my wife fucking up or something? But you kind of have to play. Like, if you look at the rest of those forwards, like, and she didn't do bad that last game. 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. So she's still in the sheets with 2 steals.
2 steals.
So
yeah,
I mean, I love that price for her.
Yeah, Sabali, I guess maybe that might be the one Dallas player I'd throw in, but I'd really like Brianna Turner at 5K.
Remember, New York turning the ball over a fuck ton too that game.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 turnovers.
versus Seattle. So yeah,
Yeah.
I like Turner. Yeah, and then I'll get back to y'all on Stokes. You know, I got to do my research on her. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
boo.
yeah. All right, I'll go over to DraftKings real quick and talk about some of the high price. So Asia Wilson's the most expensive, but she's not crazy expensive. She's 10-7. Brittany Griner's 10-5. I'm locking that in. No doubt about that. That's just too cheap for Brittany Griner. Angel McCautry went from 5K the first slate to 10-2 now. So it's a massive difference, but again, the revenge narrative's there. I like Angel McCautry a lot. Liz Williams is 9-5, Billings at 9-3. Again, I prefer Liz Williams tomorrow. It's the highest price Monique Billings has ever been, so I'm going to have to get used to that. Now, if she scores another 50, maybe I'll think about it. Zowie B went down 400. She went to 9,100. I can go there. Isabel Harrison will probably not start, but she should play off the bench. I don't know if I could pay the 8-9. Tierra McCowan, I'm telling you in tournaments, don't sleep on that. And then if I'm going up, then you got Kia Stokes at 7-2, Indoor at 7-5, Dupree at 8-3, Sabali at 8-6. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. That's where I'm at there. I don't even think I would pay the 8-7 for McCowan. If she's announced as the starter, maybe I could pivot there or something, but...
well, here's the two. Like, and we can talk about it now because we get ready to go to value anyway. But you see Natalie was sitting down at 4-9.
Yeah.
So somebody did something because she was what 5-5 the last game. Yeah, she was like 5 the last game, and she dropped. So
because it's a horrible matchup. It's just a horrible matchup all around.
Like, but here's the thing: how you drop her to 4-9, but you leave McCowan and still in the 6K range. You only drop her 700.
Yeah.
It's like, because if you drop her in the 5K range, it's over. I'm locking that in every fucking lineup because I know she's going to play them.
Let's just put it this way. There's 3 dumb fucking teams tomorrow. Indiana, Dallas, and New York are dumber than shit. New York is coming around. I think New York is, of the 3, which if you'd have said that 2 years ago, where I'd say New York is, a more reliable source of some sort of professionalism than Indiana and Dallas, I said you're crazy. But, I mean, from what I saw game 1, I mean, Kayla Thornton, she was in the starting lineup. She played like 9 minutes, scored 6.9. No thanks. So let's get to these value forwards because there are some value forwards. We talked about those New York forwards. There's Jocelyn Willoughby sitting here at 4-4.
Yep. Just like you said, 23 minutes the last game, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. It's between her and Leonard Odom. Who's going to start? Leonard Odom, 4K. She played 27 minutes, didn't do as much. She had 3 turnovers, but 9 points, 3 rebounds. So, I mean, we just got to wait and see.
The early indications are that Odom is starting for some reason, but I would have exposure to both players. For me, I think having exposure to both is just fine.
Kia Vaughn, I don't know about that.
Carolyn Swords, right, is the only other option.
Yeah, she did pretty good with Brittany getting in foul trouble, but you have to wish for more foul trouble for Brittany Griner, which I don't see that happening. But yeah, Swords, I mean, 3-2 don't really hurt you, but I don't know.
You know how annoyed I am that I had to see Stephanie Mavunga play? I thought we were done with her. Like, I thought she was fucking done. Like, I don't know why the fuck she is there. What the fuck? Like, it makes me want to chain smoke. I'm going to chain smoke in this video because I had to look at Stephanie Mavunga's name. She was supposed to be out for the year. I remember doing a little celebration. Carolyn Swords at 3-2 could be a salary saver. She's going to get the starting... she's going to start... what'd she play? 18 minutes?
18 minutes.
I mean,
They don't really have anybody else too. That's another team.
Yeah, this is kind of an ugly slate tomorrow. I'm thinking down here for value. Oh my god, yeah, Kia Vaughn, that's right. But they were getting the shit beat out of them. Mm-hmm. And the foul trouble you talked about. I think it might be Jocelyn Willoughby for me. That's just I'm feeling something about Jocelyn Willoughby. That she might go get a negative tomorrow. I don't know, but fucking, I'm feeling.
Here's the thing: even if she doesn't start, she played 23 minutes that first game. You gotta know that she's gonna play the same amount this next game because her and Lita Odom still split basically 20 to 23 minutes.
Right.
You know, Lita Odom just played a few more minutes, but other than that,
yeah.
I still do it. I still take her.
Now on DraftKings, we got some value here. Brianna Turner is 5,600. Sign me up. Love
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna play a lot of that. You've got a Conway 6'4", Kayla Thornton 6'7". Really for me, it's just Brianna Turner at 5,600. Lauren Cox is still out for Phoenix. Carolyn Swords 4'7". No thanks. There isn't shit down here. As low as I'm going at forward, I'll say this right now, is Brianna Turner at 5,600. I love that. And I would expect she's pretty popular because of that. Just looking at the options, Brianna Turner's probably going to be fairly popular. I think if you're playing cash games, lock that in at 5'6". Not a ton of value tomorrow. As we go through this right now, as we're sort of going through it the first time, there's not a lot of great value, which is why those scores are going to come down. We've talked about how in years past you can have a player at 3,000 and get you a 0 and finish first in a tournament. That hasn't been the case these first 3 slates, especially these last 2. The scoring has been outrageous. I expect I expect the first place lineup to be in the low 200s, between 200 and 220 tomorrow. I don't think you see a 280 score like we've seen these last 2 nights.
Unless something really stupid happens tomorrow, like all the games are close.
Yeah. I don't think that'll happen. All right, let's do our top 3s at each position. Let's go to FanDuel. You do FanDuel, I'll do DraftKings. Let's go guard. What do you like?
I am going to say Carter. Well, no, I'm taking Sabrina this time. Sabrina, Taurasi, and then my value. Yikes.
It's ugly.
Yeah. Like you said, it's between Blake Dietrich and Jackie Young. So
or Shakina Strickland, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because Atlanta has no depth, so she's got to play. Over on DraftKings, for me, the top guards, I'm going Sabrina at 8'2", Taurasi at 7'4", and I think it's going to be Betnijah Laney for me at 6'5". Maybe Dietrich at 4'1". It's close. I'll give 4. Those would be my 4. All right. Forwards, FanDuel, what do you like?
Gotta go. Damn. See, I'm probably gonna say Griner. I know like Asia Wilson is the easy call, but I'm gonna say Griner because she's sitting at 7'5" and she got 24.3 sitting beside her name, and people don't know that tomorrow she can absolutely smash this matchup, especially if they start off with a Cohen, because she's probably gonna start off and play at least a few minutes versus Griner, and that's just gone.
Phoenix should dominate the boards tomorrow. Absolutely dominate it. Her and Brianna Turner should dominate the class tomorrow.
Because none of them really shoot outside shots. And even if Dupree shoot an outside shot, it's mainly like right outside the free throw line. Like nothing further than that. So, yeah, they definitely should. So, I'm gonna go her Liz Williams again.
McCautry revenge game, huh?
Well, okay. I'm gonna let you. Well, no, I love that. Don't get it twisted. I was gonna let you take that on DraftKings.
I like McCautry's price on FanDuel more than DraftKings.
Yeah, a lot more. Yeah, well then I'll take her. So I'm gonna go Griner, McCautry, and if I'm going value, I'm sticking with my guns and I'm going Sabali. Probably because she fine as fuck, but
Sabali,
still,
yeah. It's tough. You can have 4. Like, you could add in Zowie B at 6K, too. I think she's got that 50-point upside. Yeah. We fucking know it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We know it.
And she got to become more of a passer, too, because one of the other good passers is gone. Like,
right. Exactly. All right, I'll go over to DraftKings. For me, again, you talk Griner at 10.5. I do like him, but Griner at 10.5. Zowie B at 9.1. I like that a lot. And then Brianna Turner at 5,600. That's easy for me. That's pretty fucking easy on DraftKings. For me, I don't have price picks pulled up. Do you even have any price picks right now? Just follow them on Twitter. Get the price picks.
Yeah. I got them pulled up.
The price picks is a lot of fun. You just got to pick 2 to 4 players. Decide if they'll go over or under. Here, I'll try to pull it up real quick.
They got Zowie at 25.2.
Let me pull up Prize Picks. We'll just do an unconventional video today. We can have some fun.
Right.
Let's get
Should
it
I
up.
should I jinx fucking Billings like I did Maisha Hanzala today? Ah, shit. Fuck.
Let me see. Ooh, Billings at 34.1. I'll take the under on that.
Yeah.
I'll take the under on. I'll take the. Ooh, let's see. If it's a blowout, Hamby could hit that. I will take the. It's tough. I'll take the over for Diana Taurasi. 20.1. Lock that in.
Shit.
Get that now. Get that now. I'll take the over. 20.1 is just ridiculous. I'll take the over on Diana Taurasi.
Love that. All right. Well, if you taking them, let me see. 15.9 for
Don't forget,
Daniel.
don't forget to enter promo code NDO when you sign up. You pick 2 to 4 players. You take the over or the under from the fantasy total giving. These lines will move based on who bets on what. So, like that Tarasi one, I would lock in early. I'd get on that as soon as you see this. If you're playing my prize picks, go the over because that is going to go up. I promise you that. Especially after I make my bets on it. I'm just saying, there's that.
I'm gonna take the under on Kelsey Mitchell.
Where is she at? What do they got?
27.1.
Oh, I'll take the under on that too. Yeah, I like that. Maybe even the over on Tiffany Mitchell at 24. So that is that. Enter promo code NDO. Don't forget to do that. It is a lot of fun. Be sure to check out Overlay DFS as well. Hit them up on the Twitter sphere at Overlay DFS. Ask them about their first deposit match.
Real quick, shout out to Brian White. That man came close tonight on Fanduel. Real close.
Brian White did? That's our boy.
Yeah.
The most talented dude ever. And he watches our show. Emmy Award winner, Emmy Award nominee, Brian White. I love that guy. Love you. Big shout out to you. Thanks for all your support, too, on the show. Thanks to all of you for your support. Again, a big cheers. Thanks for letting me chain smoke a little bit during this video. Anytime I see Dallas, I'll probably have to do that. Like, comment, subscribe. Be part of our $25 PayPal giveaway. As things grow, that giveaway is going to get more and more and more. Probably do something special when we get to 13,000 subscribers. We're awfully close to that. So hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Thank you all so much. I hope you're all happy, healthy, well. Same for your families. Be safe. May the fantasy gods be with you tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning. I'm going to have my MLB video up in the morning early. And then sometime tomorrow, early morning, early afternoon, late morning, I'm going to have the NBA video up. I'm going to get that done as well. Click that link, try draft dashboard, 30 days for $1. My player pool for MLB will be up there. Cheat sheets, projections, all of that will be there. Check out our MLB video in the morning. Thank you all again so much. Goodbye, folks.
Peace.